This episode of the Reading with Your Kids podcast is brought to you by Jetley's award-winning children's book, The Great Maratini.
A very long time ago, there was a boy named Sam who liked to do his magic tricks, and he was quite the ham. He was called the Great Maratini, the best magician of his age, but his greatest feat took place far away from any stage. Every trick Sam tried to do would somehow come out wrong, but Sam just kept on going, and that's what made him strong. He was called the Great Maratini, the best magician of his age, but his greatest feat took place far away from any stage. One day as he traveled, he helped a stranger in need, and this was not a trick, oh no, but a magical good deed. He was called the Great Maratini, the best magician of his age, but his greatest feat took place far away from any stage. He was called the Great Maratini, the best magician of his age, but his greatest feat took place far away from any stage.
To get your autographed copy of the giant bilingual edition of The Great Maratini, please visit greatmaratini.com.
Reading with your kids.
Hola, ni hao, konnichiwa, assalamu alaikum, shalom, jambo, bienvenidos. Hi, my name is Jedley, and this is a special edition of the Reading with Your Kids podcast. We are so delighted that you're part of our Reading with Your Kids family. Please be sure to subscribe to the show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcasts. As I said, this is a special storytime edition of the podcast. Hayley Orlinski is going to be here reading her mom's book, Being Small is Not So Bad After All. I think you are going to love meeting Hayley Orlinski. She is a delightful young woman, and I'm really excited because I'm going to get a chance to meet Hayley in person, and maybe you can too. You can definitely meet me in person. I'm going to be at the Chicago Toy and Game Fair. It's the largest toy and game fair in North America. November 23rd and 24th at the Navy Pier in Chicago. I'm so excited. This is going to be such a great time. We're going to have a big Reading with Your Kids exhibit booth. I'm going to be presenting the Reading with Your Kids Magic Show. We're going to have some games. We're going to be recording some folks for the podcast. We're going to be reading some books together, shaking hands, taking pictures, and having lots and lots of fun. And check this out. By being a member of our Reading with Your Kids family, you can save $3 on every ticket that you purchase. Bring the whole neighborhood. You can buy like 20, 30, 40 tickets and save $3 on each ticket. All you need to do is to go to shytag.com. That's CHITAG.com and use the promo code RYWK. That stands for Reading with Your Kids. And you get to save $3 per ticket. For the largest toy and game fair in North America, it's happening November 23rd and 24th at the Navy Pier in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. It's the Chicago Toy and Game Fair. Now, in addition to meeting me at the Chicago Toy and Game Fair November 23rd and 24th at the Navy Pier in Chicago, you will get to meet my books. That's right. I will have all of the books that I have written on display at the Chicago Toy and Game Fair at my booth at that fair. I'm really excited. I would love for you to check out The Great Maratini. The Great Maratini tells the story of Sam, an aspiring and some would say clumsy magician. And the kids love the fact that he makes lots of mistakes, and parents love the fact that even though he makes mistakes, he never gives up on himself. And because of that, he is able to create amazing illusions and transformations on stage. But it's off stage, when there's no crowds around to applaud, that Sam discovers that the greatest transformation of all is transforming feelings of caring into action to help another human being. I'm really, really proud of this book. It's been called one of the top 7 books that teaches kids kindness by childrenspublishing.com. And it's received Story Monster approval from Story Monsters, Inc. magazine. You can check it out and check out my other books at the Chicago Toy and Game Fair, November 23rd and 24th at Navy Pier in Chicago. And if you're unable to join us in Chicago, you can check out The Great Maratini on Amazon. Before my buddy Hayley Orlinski comes in here to read her mom's book, Being Small is Not So Bad After All, we're going to have a world debut. That's right. My little doggie Auggie is here to sing his amazing song, Auggie Boogie.
Nobody is going to save you now. Drop it!
Hey, Gently! What's the difference between boogers and broccoli? Kids don't eat broccoli. Hey, Gently! Where does your nose go when it gets hungry? Burger King! Hey, Gently! What's another name for a snail? A booger wearing a crash helmet. Hey, Gently! How do you make a tissue dance? You put a boogie in it!
I am so excited. This is going to be an awesome episode of the Reading with Your Kids podcast because I get to read with a really, really awesome kid. She's like the star. She's the star of one of our certified great reads. Please welcome to the show, Hayley Orlinski. Hayley, how are you?
Good.
It is so awesome to have you on the show. Tell everybody and remind me, you sound very, very mature. Are you, am I right, you going into your first year of high school?
No.
No? You're in your second year of high school.
No.
What grade are you in?
First.
Grade? No way. So listen, I'm really excited about this. Now, as I said, you're the star of one of our Reading with Your Kids certified great reads. Your mom wrote a book, and the name of the book is Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. And she wrote the book about you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we talk about what the book's about, and Hayley and I are going to read the book together, what was that like having a book written about you?
It felt amazing.
It felt amazing?
Yeah.
What happened in preschool that made your mom write the book?
Well, when they were redecorating the classroom, they put a glow chart up, and I noticed all my friends' names are at the top, and my name is all alone at the bottom.
Oh, man. And so that made you feel kind of alone, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell you a secret?
What?
In my family growth chart, I'm at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of names? I understand that some of the kids and the teachers had names for you.
They were like, they called me Shorty, Peanut, Little, other things like that.
Yeah. Now, do you think when they were calling you those names, do you think that they were trying to be mean to you?
I don't know, they weren't, but it hurt my feelings.
Yeah. And I think that's really important for us to understand, because I'm somebody who, I don't remember a lot of names, so there's a lot of times I'll say, hey, buddy, or when I used to coach soccer, I gave names to a lot of my players, and I meant to, when I gave them the names, the nicknames, I wanted the nicknames to inspire them. But I didn't realize at the time that some of the nicknames, some of the kids didn't like them. And so even though that the kids in your classroom weren't meaning to hurt your feelings, they were hurting your feelings, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did your mom do when you told her that you felt upset that you were short?
She, like any other mom would do, she went on Amazon and looked for a book.
I love that. We didn't have Amazon when I was growing up, and I realized I was short.
She was so bummed out she couldn't find a book.
Uh-huh. So what did she do instead when she couldn't find a book?
She decided just to write one.
Wow. And so she wrote, being small isn't so bad after all. And like you said, that made you feel pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your mom told me that you're still short, but she calls you small and mighty. How do you feel about being short now?
I feel happy.
You do? Why do you feel happy about that?
Because now I know all the things that I can do that tall people can't do. And, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know one of the things that I'm really proud of you about?
What?
Is that when you were feeling bad about being short, and when the kids were calling you names and it was hurting your feelings, you went home and you talked to your mom about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many kids who forget to do that, or maybe they're afraid to do that.
And my mom always makes me feel better.
Yeah, moms are pretty cool like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now tell me, now that you're in first grade, and like I said, I thought you were going into high school. What's it like in first grade? Is first grade better, or are there still some kids that are bullying other kids?
It's better.
It's better. That's awesome. Now, what do you think? How do you show kindness to other kids?
Well, last year when I was in kindergarten, there was someone in my class. She didn't speak English, and I noticed she was all alone. And then one day I just decided to try and make friends with her. I started making cards for her. I started sitting with her in lunch. I started playing with her at recess. And now she loves school.
That is awesome. And are you guys still friends?
Yeah. And she's in my class this year.
That's excellent. Well, we have to say hi to your friend. What's your friend's name?
Sumia?
Sumia?
Yeah.
Hey, tell Sumia that Jedley in Boston said hi to her, okay?
I will.
Awesome. Hey, do you think it would be a good idea for me and you to read It's Not So Bad Being Small? Being small isn't so bad after all?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there are two parts. We talked a little bit about this before we started recording. There's two parts. There's the mom part, and there's the Hayley or the kid part. Which part do you think I should read?
You should read the mom part, and I'll read the kid part.
Okay. So should I read like a mom and try to sound like a mom?
Yeah.
Oh, real? Oh, no. I was hoping you'd say no. Okay.
No.
No. That's okay. That's okay. You're the boss here. So, do you have your book ready?
Yep.
Okay. So, I think you have the first part. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and all shapes and sizes. Right now, Hayley Orlinski and Jedley are going to read Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. I think you have the first page, right, Hayley?
Yes.
Okay, go for it, buddy.
My head is spinning and my throat is red. I'm feeling crummy. I'm staying in bed. My eyes are itchy and my ears really ache. Going to school today would be a mistake.
You're
Yes,
cool
sir?
to the touch. You don't look sick. Could this be some kind of trick? Because Mother knows best. That's how I know. Something's up, and you don't want to go. You're a wonderful child, so smart and strong. Come sit on my lap and tell me what's wrong.
Well, the yardstick at school, and it says how much we've grown. With my name at the bottom, I feel so alone. My friends can reach the cubbies like hooks, skewers, and sinks. Why I stand on a stool when I want to drink? My feet just dangle when I sit in my chair. I can only go and watch. There's a high pony in my hair. The shower pool water comes up past my nose. My feet are always hurt from staring at my toes. It seems like sports are made for kids who are tall. I can't even get my hands on a ball. They call me Sorty, Peanut, Munchkin, and Sport. Looking up all the time makes my neck really hurt. I have to walk twice as fast as my friends. My pants are like tennis, the hole never ends. When it's time to form teams, I'm always last picked. That's why today I'm pretending to be sick. Don't you see that being small really is no fun at all?
Oh, honey, try not to feel blue. There's so much that small kids like you can do. When playing limbo, you can go really low. You give others a clear view when seeing a show. Your posture is perfect because you don't slouch. Your whole body can fit on the tiniest couch. You're the last one to get wet when it rains, and you have the most leg room when we fly on a plane. Your feet never touch the end of the bed. You can climb almost anywhere without bumping your head. You can squeeze through a fence to fetch a lost ball and have a shorter drop if you happen to fall. What about class photos? You're the first one they see. You don't have to duck under any branches on a tree. You can wiggle into the cart at the grocery store and squish into spaces you want to explore. I hope you don't feel upset by your height. You can do anything when you give it your might. You have so much to offer because of your size. Take it from me, your mom who is wise.
Oh, you're so right to think that you say. I feel so much better when you put it that way. I'm off to learn, play, and have fun too. I'll try all the things only I can do. I went to school and I'm happy to report. It turns out I like being short. I got to see once and for all that being small isn't really so bad after all. The end.
What a fantastic job. Hold on, I have to give you a round of applause.
You read better than my mom.
I read better than your mom. Well, she wrote better than me, so we're even, right?
Yeah.
Well, my friend, this was absolutely wonderful. I am so happy we had a chance. I think everybody listening today should go out and get their own copy of Being Small Isn't So Bad After All. It was written by Hayley's mom, Lori Orlinsky. It is a Reading with Your Kids certified great read. And Hayley, I have to tell you, the girl in the books, the illustrations, that girl that's supposed to be you is really cute. I have a feeling you're probably cuter than that illustration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope someday you can come back and we can read another story together.
And I want to be an author when I grow up.
Excellent. And can you come on my show and tell me all about your first book?
Yes.
Excellent. We've had so much fun with this Reading with Your Kids Storytime podcast with our friend Hayley Orlinski. Hayley, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you enjoyed this special Storytime edition of the Reading with Your Kids podcast, and we want your feedback. This is the first time we've tried a Storytime edition of the show, and we'd love to know what you think about it. How can we make it better? What did you like? What didn't you like? How can we make it more exciting? Do you have a kid who may be interested in reading with me here on the podcast? Let us know. Go to our website, readingwithyourkids.com. Click on the contact button, send us a message, or you can email me directly. It's Jedlie, Jedlie, @jedlie.com. That's Jedlie @jedlie.com. I want to thank my friend Hayley Orlinski. She was amazing. I also want to thank her mom, Lori Orlinsky, for giving us permission to read her beautiful book, Being Small is Not So Bad After All. I also want to thank my producer, Fatima Khan. Thank you so much, Fatima, for all she does for the podcast. Check out her blog at readingwithyourkids.com. I want to thank my beautiful wife for all of the support that she gives me. I also want to thank her for helping me raise two amazing, amazing children who are now amazing adults. And most of all, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to make the world a better place by reading with your kids. I'll be looking for you in the next edition of the Reading with Your Kids podcast.